Hello and welcome to the World Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Equipped World Championships coming to you from Romania. We're on day 3. We've seen some phenomenal lifting so far. We've had the Sub-Junior and Junior lightweight ladies. We've had M2, M3 and M4 men and women. This morning we bring you the Sub-Junior and Junior 66 kilo and 74 kilo class. That means we have 4 classes to keep our eye on today. So we'll try and keep you on top of who's in which competition and who's up against who. My name's Jo Whiteley. I'll be with you all day today. We've got 2 sessions planned. And we have Ilya Marichev lifting today, current world record holder in equipped and classic. I wonder if he's going to bring us some world record attempts today. We're grateful to our sponsors, Eleiko, manufacturers of the best platform equipment in the world, and SBD, the supportive equipment and apparel manufacturer relied on by world-class strength athletes. We've just got 20 seconds to go now. We're going to see David Hornick on the platform first. He's going to come out for 160 kilos. Here he is, 17 years old. He's in the 74 kilo sub-junior class. Sub-juniors is up to 18 years old. Juniors is up to 23. Here he comes, first lifter out. Okay, here we go. First squat of the day. David is well known for having a big raw bench. Very deep squat. And a good start to the competition. Sets up nice and upright. Holds his position beautifully. And that's a nice easy squat. Rozmat Koza Tursinbayev from Kazakhstan. Seen some great lifting from the Kazakhstan team this week. His current best is 180. He's coming out for 170 for his opener. First international competition for him. Only 16 years old, and he made short work of that. Andrei Iacobescu up next from Romania. 66 kilo sub-juniors. This is his last year as a sub-junior. He'll move up to the juniors next year. Opening at 172. We'll just move him ahead of the lifter from Kazakhstan. Looks up to let the centre referee know he's ready to go. Gets the squat command. And gets 2 to 1. The centre referee thought it might have been a bit shallow, but the side referees were happy. And he's certainly popped up out of the bottom of that squat very easily. Zaid Al-Matairi from Iraq. He is the third lifter in the 66 kilo sub-juniors, coming out for 190. Technical controller makes sure that the lifter doesn't come onto the platform until it's ready and they are fully ready to go. He checks their equipment as well as they come out. You must have finished wrapping your wrists and everything else before you come past the TC. A little bit wobbly at the bottom of the squat there. It's a good lift, but I think nerves showed through a little bit there as he got to the bottom of the squat. He lost his position a little bit, his knees wobbled about, and that's why he struggled so much to bring it up. Hopefully now he's on the board, he can come out with a little bit more confidence. Abbas Al-Sarai next from Iraq. Opening at 210 kilos. We're into the 74 kilo sub-juniors now. And that was a very accomplished squat. Great shoulder mobility there. See how narrow his hands are. Maintained position and did not look like he had over 200 kilos on his back there. Radoslaw Dubicki next from Poland. This is the 66 kilo junior class. And he's coming out for 220. Coach making sure his back is chalked up there. Don't want the bar to be moving about on his back. You can see from the way he's walking how tight his knee wraps are. Of course, the tighter your equipment, the more you have to fight it to get to depth. He had no trouble hitting depth there, though. Very fast descent. Dives to the bottom of the squat. Keeps his position well. Has to work a little bit through the sticking point. Dmytro Sivakov next from Ukraine. He's in the 74 kilo sub-juniors. His current PB is 222.5 and he's coming out for 225. So this is a small PB on his opener. Chosen to have the racks in. Made so much easier by these new Eleiko racks. Gets the command. Looked fairly comfortable. 3 white lights. Ilya Sitnik next. We saw him quite recently at the Europeans. He is the European sub-junior champion. Very careful and controlled. The centre referee thought it might not be quite deep enough, but it's a good lift 2-1. Alexei Richter. He is junior 66. Oh, that looked very nice. Very efficient, no loss in position. Great bar path. Sits in, and he's straight up again. Hubert Konchak next. Last year as a junior, he's going to move up to the Open next year. Current European Junior Champion. Competed only 3 weeks ago. Managed 250 in that competition. Let's see what he can do this time. Used up a little bit of his platform time there. He's got 25 seconds to go. Lots of time to do a squat. Really nice. Vladislav Iachenko from Russia. Also in the 74 kilo juniors. PB is 270. Coming out for 270. He's not happy that one of the racks is in and the other... Ah, no, it's the rack height. If you look at where it is, it's a chest height. He's asking for that to be adjusted. Unfortunately, you need to set your rack height before the competition starts. He won't have the clock reset if it's his error. And it looks like it's his error. He's got 24 seconds left. Of course, if the platform crew had set it incorrectly, then the clock would be restarted. But if he has given in... I thought he wasn't going to get the start command for a moment there. Oh, and he's having trouble getting back in. Okay, one of the referees thought it was a bit shallow, but it's a good lift 2-1. There's a little bit of drama, which you don't really want going out for your first squat. It's nerve-wracking enough walking out onto that stage on the international platform with IPF referees and cameras and lights and the audience. Reda Al-Sarai out next from Iraq for 280. He's the third lifter competing in the 74 kilo juniors. And he has the biggest opener. Looked like a nice squat. Ah, okay. 2-1, a failure. I can't see what was wrong with that. I wonder if he jumped the command. You have to wait for the centre referee to tell you to squat. Now then, we have Ilya Marichev, world record holder in both classic and equipped lifting. Mainly in the squat, but also total records and bench press records. Currently holds the world sub-junior total record and the squat record. That's in the 59s though. He's in the 66 kilo class today. Looking very fierce. 295 on his back, lifter weighed in less than 66 kilos. He's been asked to be more upright. He's complied. Got the start command. Well, that came up very well. And the referees say that it went down well as well. He's on the board. 295 as an opener. Okay, so we are into round 2. David Hornick from Czechia. Opened at 160, he's moving up to 170. .74 kilo sub-junior lifter. Very deep again. Little bit of work. I think he's got a little bit more in the tank there. Good lift. Couldn't get much deeper than that. Rozmat Koza next from Kazakhstan. In the sub-junior 66s. He's gone up 12.5 kilos from his opener. A little bit shaky, he's struggling a little bit to control the weight. Plenty of time left. Looks up for the squat command. No. He seemed a little bit off balance there. I think he was a little bit thrown, had trouble settling the weight on his back. Sometimes it's hard just to get everything in the right place and set up. Made his descent, lost tightness at the bottom, I think. I'm sure he'll come out for another try at that. Andrei from Romania in the same class. Again, coming out for 2.5 kilo more. Maybe this is a game plan, just stay ahead of the Kazakhstan lifter. Keep doing a little bit more. Got down to just above parallel and then dropped into the hole. Okay, he's got one red card for depth from the centre referee. I think the blue card was that little dip he did right at the top of the squat. I think that was seen as downward movement of the bar. The bar must travel in one smooth movement, and I think he failed on one count there because the bar dipped at the top. I always feel that's quite a harsh rule, but it is a rule, so we must comply. Sayed Al-Mutari. He has only gone up 2.5 kilos. And you have to think he's capable of much more. I wonder if he timed out on his attempt. You only have 60 seconds after your lift is called good or bad to put your next attempt in. And if you don't get your attempt in that time, you'll be given a 2.5 kilo increment if you made the lift, and the same weight again if you failed the lift. So given how easy that looked for him, I wonder if that's why he only went up 2.5. Abbas Al-Sarai next from Iraq. We're into the 74 kilo sub-junior class now. 225 on the bar, just a little bit less than 500 pounds. Very comfortable. Very nice indeed. Radislav Dubicki next from Poland. He is a 66 kilo junior. 20 years old, so he's got a few more years in this class. $232.5 on the bar, so this will be a small PB for him, and it'll move him up to silver medal position in squat. Very fast descent and a lovely squat. He's happy with that. PB on the international platform. Who wouldn't be? And that was very nice. It's always a risk with very fast descents that you'll lose control at the bottom and it'll come up in an unpredictable direction. But he controlled that very well. Dmitry Sivakov. 235. He opened up on a small PB. So this is all new territory for him in competition. Young lifters often do improve very quickly. Especially lifters who are just about to move from the sub-juniors to the juniors. That was tough. That was tough. It did look like a PB attempt. 3 white lights and a good lift. See, he was shaking on the descent, sat into it, and then had to really focus and push up. That put him into gold medal position for the moment. But here's Ilya Sitnik from Ukraine, looking to take that back with 237.5. Oh, it looked like he was just losing his balance at the top there. Okay, he had a blue card from the side referee for lockout. Depth was fine. Came up. Yeah, I'm not sure if one of his knees wasn't locked. It's a difficult call though. Alexei Richter next. 66s. Moves him up to silver medal position. Very nice, quite a wide stance. Sits into it. And it comes up like he's got nothing on his back at all. I'm sure that's not how it felt. Hubert Konchak. Coming out for 260. He's in the 74 kilo juniors. Just waiting to be called to the platform. Here we go. Oh, he tipped forward a little bit. I think he may have, his balance went a little maybe. As soon as the weight comes forward, as we can see here, yep, his hips come up, the weight comes forward, and there's nothing he can do to bring that back. He gets another try at that. Yushchenko next from Russia in the same class. He's already sitting in gold medal position. This will further extend his lead. Of course, the online score sheet is available at goodlift.info. Powerlifting is a numbers game, and in my opinion, you enjoy it more if you have all the numbers. Now, it looked like he locked and unlocked his, yes. He's got red lights for depth and also a blue for lockout. Ah, yes, you can see from the side view there, he barely touched parallel, and also he struggled to get his knees locked at the end of the squat as well. Red Hat Al Sarai, he had red cards, he had red lights for his first squat. I didn't quite catch why, if I'm honest, but hopefully he can get this 285. This will shoot him straight up into gold medal position from absolutely nowhere. That looked good. That looked good. What do the referees say? And he's on the board. Fantastic. He's on the board and he's straight into the lead with that massive 285 squat. Weighed in light in his class, weighed in at 73.5. Ilya Marichev next, 66 kilo junior, is in the lighter class, coming out for the biggest squat. The junior world record in this class is 315. So let's see how 305 looks on him, and you never know. He might have a go at that. Broken many world records in his time, still holds quite a few. Very accomplished lifter. It's only 20 years old. Very nice indeed. One red card for depth. Well, 2-1. So, where will he go next? Sits into it. In control of that weight all the way through. I'm excited to see what he's going to put on for his third attempt. So these are the standings as we have them at the moment. Marichev obviously leading the 66 kilo juniors. Al Sarai leading the 74 kilo juniors. Al Mutarai leading the 66 kilo sub juniors, and Sitnik at the top of the table for the 74 kilo sub juniors. Going into the third round of squat now, we have David Hornick. We're down to 30 seconds now, so maybe he's not coming out for this. It's considered to be courteous if you don't want to take a third attempt to put your weight in so that the recovery time for the other lifters isn't reduced. Also, if you're expecting another lifter to go out and they don't, and you've got knees to wrap, it could give you difficulties with timing. So it's considered good sportsmanship to put your attempt in anyway, even if you're not going to come out for it. And the rules say that you must run the clock from bar loaded. So we had 60 seconds to wait until they can say no lift and then load up the next weight. That left David with a best squat of 170. And we now move on to Tosin Bayev from Kazakhstan. He missed 182.5. He's going to have another try of it. This is 400 pounds. And we'll move him up above the Romanian lifter into silver medal position. And that looks good to me. Look nice and deep. 3 white lights. He has the silver. However, here comes the Romanian to take that back. Missed 185 for his second. He's going to come out for 192.5. Try to take the squat silver back. And also we are building totals here, so he just wants as many numbers on the scoreboard as he can possibly put up there. Very careful walkout, locks his knees. Okay, he brought the weight up. And that's a good lift, fantastic. That just got him the silver medal on squat. In fact, he's lighter on body weight. That gave him the gold for the moment. So he's sitting in first place in the 66 kilo sub juniors. So here comes Zaid Al-Matari to respond. It's knocked him down to silver medal place, but he would like that gold medal back. So he's coming out for 200 kilos. Here we go. Gold medal on the line. Well, that looked easy, didn't it? And that's 3 white lights and a gold medal on squat. Fantastic lifting there in the 66 kilo sub juniors. Who have Debicki from Poland. He is a junior lifter. Coming out for 237.5. Locks his knees, looks up for the command. He's fighting through. I think he's got it. Nice. That's a 7.5 kilo PB for him today. I think his coach is pleased. He seemed to lose his position just a little bit on the descent. Hips shot out backwards, but made a successful attempt nonetheless. Abbas Al-Sarai. He is sitting in bronze medal position. This will move him up to silver. Slightly heavier than Sitnik, so even at the same weight, he will not take the advantage. Now that didn't look as deep as his previous squats to me, but let's see what the referees think. Okay. I wonder if he jumped to command there, because I didn't... Yeah, we don't get the ref's commands on the replay, unfortunately, so I can't really see what else the failure would have been for. Maybe he just jumped the start command. Svakov next. He currently has the silver medal in squat. He is looking to move that up to the gold. His PB was 222.5 less than 10 minutes ago, and here he is with 242.5, 20 kilos more on his back. Oh, he's fighting through. What a battle. What a grind. Now, did the bar dip? It did. That's such a shame. He fought so hard for that. But we see him take it to depth, start to drive. Oh, yeah, just as his knees kind of flex and his body comes forward and the bar does dip. That is such a shame. He'll have to be settled for the silver medal with a 235 kilo squat. So here comes Sitnik now, assured of the squat gold. Looking ahead to projected totals, this is going to be a very close fight indeed. I think we're going to have an exciting finish. Look at that. So strong. 2-1, good lift. 1 red card for depth. Great lifting. Hubert from Poland next in the 74 kilo juniors. Missed this last time. Fast descent. He's fighting through it. I think he's got it. And he has. Fantastic. That was a great fight. Maintains his position, keeps his patience, doesn't panic, drives that bar up. Okay, Alexei from Russia. Coming out for 265. Taken some quite big jumps between attempts. He went from 230 to 250 and now 265. Nice depth and great positioning. So strong. He looked like he had more in the tank there. But for the moment, he has a silver medal in squat. And now we are back to the battle in the 74s. Here's Yurchenko. Didn't manage this last time. Little bit of work to do, but it was well within his capabilities. Side referee didn't like his lockout, but 2-1 is good enough. Reda Al-Sarai in the same class is responding with an attempt at 300 kilos. Looking very focused, quite a long walkout. Oh no, just a little bit too heavy today. He looks rueful. You can't underestimate the toll that travelling takes. You're in a different city. You're not in your usual environment. Don't have your usual warm up. You don't have your usual food. Everything's different, and you're under a huge amount of pressure with the cameras on you. It's really difficult to do your best lifting. But here's a man who's quite used to doing his best lifting in spotlight, Ilya Merichev. He has not gone for the world record squat, but 312.5 kilos as a 66 kilo lifter. It's absolutely phenomenal weight. Look at that. So strong. You have to think that another 3 kilos for the world record would have been there, but I'm sure his coach has a plan. And I'm sure we'll see some phenomenal lifting from him as the competition progresses. 312.5 kilos. Wow, very impressive. Okay, we only have one group today, so we will now take a 20-minute break and we will see you back here for bench. Hello and welcome back to the World Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Equipped World Championships. Coming to you from Oradea in Romania. My name's Joe Whiteley. I'll be commenting on this session for you today. We have the Junior and Sub-Junior 66 kilo and 74 kilo classes. All four classes are in this group lifting together. We saw some fantastic squatting earlier, particularly from Marichev. Squatted 312.5 at under 66 kilo body weight. Here we have the running order coming up. We are going to start off with Andrei Iobascu from Romania. He's coming out for 100 kilos. Looking ahead, I can see that Marichev is opening at only 5 kilos below the current world record. So I think we'll see some exciting benching coming up. Arguably, equipped benching, in my opinion anyway, is some of the most exciting powerlifting there is. Everything depends on the way you use the shirt, the adjustment of the shirt, as well as the strength of the athlete. Just technical controller, just making sure he doesn't go out before the bar's ready. Bar went for a little bit of a wonder on its way up. He got yellow cards from the side referees. So let's watch that back. And yes, the butt light tells all. You could see that his bum came right off the bench there. You have to keep your bum, shoulders, and head flat on the bench, and you have to keep your feet flat on the floor. That light shining through on the bench really shows clearly when the butt comes up. Zaid Al Mutari next, 105. Oh dear, just couldn't quite make that. Just seemed to run out of strength halfway up. Comes down nicely. He keeps his chest up, gets a nice touch. Pops up nicely, but I think what he did is he pressed directly upwards instead of pushing back. So he came offline and then the shirt wasn't helping him anymore. I'm sure he'll get that next time. Third lifter in the same class. This is all 66 kilo sub-juniors. Coming out for 130. Setting up a high arch. Takes the bar right up on his tiptoes. That looked like an easy press. Has he got his singlet on backwards? Did I imagine that? High arch, controls the weight, keeps his chest up, and had an easy press. Reda Al Sarai next, in the 74s, opening at 135. Nice and easy. That looked very comfortable. Give him a bit of confidence. Yeah, he looks happy. Abbas El Sarai next. Still getting a lot of advice from his coach. Gets a nice touch and a nice press. No drama there. Oh, some drama. He did get one red line. That's a yellow card, which could be a number of different failures. So let's watch this back and see if we can spot what went wrong for him there. Well, I'm not sure. It looked like he kept his feet down and his butt down. There's a number of failures it could be for the yellow card. Hard to see them all at once. Dubicki now. 66 kilo junior class. Opening at 140. Phenomenal mobility there. Lovely high arch. I think he let the weight flatten him out a little bit there. Didn't manage to keep his chest high. He just had to check to see what was on the bar, but I'm sure it was right. Yeah, I think a number of things went on there. I think he had he let the weight flatten him out, didn't keep his chest quite up, got a touch in an odd place, pushed the bar straight up, and that all combined to no lift. 145 on the bar for David Hornick from Czechia. This is 10 kilos above his current PB. Coach looking a little bit concerned. Looks a little bit asymmetrical there. Yeah, I wonder if his grip was slightly off. Came down slightly off to one side and then couldn't quite get his right arm going. And then it went over, yeah. Svakov, 145. Great arch again. Oh, he's really having to fight the shirt to get that touch. That wasn't easy at all. He's probably got lots of adjustments coming in that shirt though. But it looked to me like, I'm not sure whether he was just being really cautious and careful with it, or the shirt was really resisting him coming down to the bottom. Equip benching is all about that last inch down to the chest. Ilya Sitnik next. He took the gold in squat and he's got the biggest opener in his class on bench press. 155. He says his current PB is 157.5. Very nice. Well, I don't think his PB is going to be 157.5 for long. That moves him up to gold medal position on bench. Hubert from Poland next. 74 kilo junior. Both remaining lifters in the 74 coming out for the same weight at 165. But the Russian is much lighter. Oh, he's collapsed a little bit under the weight. So I think they had to put a bit of work in to get the press out. But, he's confused. He doesn't know what that's for, neither do I. Look at his foot. His left foot came right up. So you're allowed lateral movement of the foot, but it must remain flat on the floor, and his did not. Okay, so this opens the door for the Russian lifter coming out for the same weight. He's very off-centre on the bench, isn't he? Oh, it's a lot of work. Looked like he made it, but it wasn't too easy. Got a lot of pop off the chest. Caught it on the way up, but had to put quite a lot of effort in to get it to lock out. So, last two benches of the first round. Here's Richter from Russia, coming out for 190 kilos. Explaining his requirements. If you've not watched equip benching before, a lot of the work required in the bench is actually bringing it down to the chest against the resistance of the shirt. That was beautiful. Very nice indeed. Keeps his chest up, gets the touch, and it's straight to lockout. Wow. So he's sitting gold medal position on bench now, but Marichev is coming out for 205. Only 5 kilos below the current junior world record. However, Richter's bench looked absolutely superb. You have to think that he's got a lot more weight to put on that. Likes to do his fist bumps with the crew. Isn't wearing a belt. I really don't know how these young lifters keep their shirt in place without a belt. Mine will be throttling me at this point. Look at that arch. That's incredible. Let's hope he can just get his bum down. He's got it. His bum's down. Gets the start command. Oh, and that didn't have far to go at all, did it? Absolutely brilliant. Wow. I feel sure he's going to have a go at that world record. Interested to see what he's going to put on next. But first, we are round to the second round of bench. And here comes Zaid El-Matari. This is our standings at the moment. We have 5 lifters yet to make a lift, but there's plenty of time yet. This isn't unusual in equip benching. It's a very difficult discipline. to control the weight and the shirt. The shirt's trying to boss you around and tell you that no, you can't bring that down in line. You have to fight the pain and fight the resistance. Get the touch. There it is. Can he drive it home? Oh, that right arm. He locked it in the end. But what do the referees think? No. So a combination of yellow and blue cards. I think his feet were moving around. I don't know if his butt came up. Yes, there it went. Butt came up, feet came up. He's under real pressure now. So we are now round to Iobescu. Iacobescu, I'm sorry, from Romania. Also yet to set a bench press. He failed 100. He's gone up to 110. This may seem counterintuitive for raw lifters, but sometimes you need the extra weight just to drive the bar comfortably to the press. Oh no. Well, he's fighting against it, but I think he's already failed it. And that right arm just won't go. So, 2 lifters now. In fact, the lifters in first and second place in the sub-junior 66 kilo class have not set benches. Well, this could hand everything to the Kazakhstan lifter, and here he is, coming out for 137.5 kilos. Does seem to be wearing his singlet backwards. Not something I've seen before. Presumably to keep the shirt in place. Made 130 for his opener. This is 137.5. £300. Nice. Very good indeed. So he's sitting now not only in gold medal position on bench, but gold overall. Because the other lifters in his class have not managed to get a bench in yet. Wow. Okay, Debicki also failed his opener. Coming out for the same weight, 140.
Here he goes again, 140 kilograms for Radoslav Debicki, Poland.
Nice. Good second attempt. Got 1 red light for that, but 2 to 1 is fine. Just watch that back. I'm not sure if one of his heels came up a little bit. All black Addy Powers there. Great squat shoes. They don't make them anymore. Which is a terrible blow to me because they're my favourites. Al-Sarai next, 142.5. Strong. Very nice.
At 142.5 kilograms.
Brings the bar down, no change in elected position. Nice touch.
The bar is loaded.
Drives it home, gets plenty of leg drive in, but keeps his butt down.
5 kilograms.
Abbas Al Sarai from Iraq.
Abbas Al-Sarai, Iraq. 142
Currently in bronze medal position. Nice easy touch, drives it out. He did seem to be moving around on the bench though, so let's see what the referees say.
And the winner
2-1.
for Abbas Al-Sarai, Iraq. 142.5.
I don't think the butt quite came up. It certainly didn't look like it from this side anyway.
The Czech Republic, the bar is loaded.
Hornik from Czechia. Looking to get one on the board, stay in the competition, but also move up to silver medal position on bench. He was a little bit behind the others on squat. Looks like bench is his lift. Yes, it certainly is. That was very nice indeed. 3 white lights and provisional silver medal place on bench.
The bar up at 150 kilograms for Dmitry Sivakov, Ukrainian.
He has been the classic European champion on bench press before now.
150 kilograms.
Here's Sivakov in the same class, looking to regain that silver medal with 150. Big chest, keeps his chest up. Controls that touch. Oh, he got a lot of pop off the chest, but couldn't quite drive it home.
Thank you for our sponsors.
So that leaves him in bronze medal position for the moment. Konchak. Missed his opener. Coming out for the same weight.
From Poland, 165 kilos. He failed the same weight on his first event. Final again at 165 kilograms for Hubert Konchak, Poland.
Nice. Let's hope everything else was in order for the referees. 2-1 it was. Just looking back at the referee to see what the failure was for.
On the bar, 165 for Ukraine, Ilya Sitnik.
I'm not certain.
155 kilograms on his first event.
Sitnik
Bar is loaded at
to the golden squat.
kilograms for Ilya Sitnik.
He's in gold medal position. In fact, he is assured of the gold medal in bench as well. This sets him up really well in the overall competition. But I can see he hasn't got the biggest deadlift. So he's going to want to put as many numbers on the board at subtotal as he can. Really good position there. He kept his chest up really well. Almost the cue that that my coach gave me was to bring my chest up to the bar rather than the bar down to my chest. And that was a great bench. Yushchenko next. Looking for 170 kilos. at quite an angle on the bench, but he wasn't his opener, so presumably that just suits him in some way.
And we have a new
2-1, a good
technical.
lift.
That is how you set go. The movement just happens with the going out. Just happens, sorry. Moving on to Alexei
Yeah, I think he
Richter,
was. His bum was
202.5 kilograms for the
just
bar.
about in contact all the way through there.
The bench strength
Richter
is
now, 202.5.
90 kilograms. Now the bar is loaded
Huge
with
bench for a 66
205
kilo junior.
kilograms for Alexei Richter, Russia.
Lovely. So strong.
Alexei Richter, good lift.
2-1, a good lift.
And moving the bar now to 212.5 kilograms for Ilya Marichev of Russia.
And here we have Marichev coming out for a world record in bench.
Marichev,
This is a world junior record,
212.5 kilograms.
currently at
World
210.
record attempt, 65 kilograms juniors. So the bar is loaded. Let's give it up for Ilya Marichev trying for a world record.
This is currently a standard, so he has to meet it, not exceed it. A standard is when no one has set the record yet, and it is the minimum standard that will be accepted as a world record, rather than just allowing someone to come out and bench the bar and saying it's a world record. The IPF has standards. Here we go. World record attempt on the bar. All that weight and no wrist wraps. Wow, that's the easiest world record you will ever see. Absolutely phenomenal from this young lifter. Superb.
212.5 kilograms, new world record.
Superb, and it looked no different to his opener, really.
66 kilograms. It is a
You
junior.
have to wonder what he can actually
Moving on
do.
now to the third and last row of attempts, starting with our Ukrainian signing from Iran.
That's interesting, because I've just seen the Russian in the same class has put 212.5 on for his third attempt. Why not go for 213?
205 kilograms
Why not try and
for
just chip that
Yaroslav
record?
Mutaini. The bar is loaded.
At any rate, we are now into the third round of bench.
Let's give it up for Daniel
And
Mutaini.
here we have a young lifter with nothing on the board. This is absolutely nerve-wracking for him. All the way from Iraq. And he needs this to stay in the competition. Hear the support in the audience. He's driving it! Oh, the bar's dipped.
And we have
Oh,
challenge
he's
from
devastated.
lifter
Heart
Daniel
goes out to
Mutaini.
these young lifters who've come
Congratulations,
so
this
far.
is our
First
world
international
record.
competition.
Daniel has to hit
Oh, and it just
213
didn't
attempts
quite go his
with
way. I thought he had it that
212.5
time.
kilograms. Trying now again for one tap.
Next up,
Let's give it up again for the
we
bar
have the
is
Romanian
loaded.
lifter in exactly the
212.5
same
kilograms
position.
junior. 100
Failed 100,
kilograms
failed
for
110. He's
our
coming out
Romanian.
again for 110.
Final attempt after failing the first two. Give it up for Andrei Yakovescu.
Takes the bar. Gets the command. and
We have
can't make
no
it.
score actually. The first group, gold medal
So he's out of the overall competition, and that has handed the world title
70.5 kilograms,
to the next
Kazakhstan.
lifter coming out,
His name is
Rozmak
Ramatosa
Koza
Tursinbayev.
from
He
Kazakhstan.
weighs
He is the only
130.5
lifter
kilograms.
in his class now that has
He
actually
weighs
managed to make a
140.5
successful
kilograms.
bench.
For Kazakhstan, Tursinbayev.
I mean, I'm sure he'd be delighted to win, but I'm also sure that this wouldn't be the way he wanted to do it.
Rosmakoska is
At any rate, he's got 142.5 on the
the
bar.
bar is loaded. So
Look at
good.
that little smile. Has he figured out he's very nearly world champion?
Another bar. So of course for Kazakhstan, Tursinbayev, 140.5 kilograms after already winning sub juniors 66 kilograms weight class.
Takes the bar while he's still on tiptoes. Settles into position. Very nice indeed. That's a well-deserved gold medal on bench press.
For Rosmakosa Tursinbayev for
You have to
Kazakhstan,
think he would have taken that
the
gold,
gold
even
medal.
if his competitors had
We have
made
140
successful
kilograms
benches. Very strong lifting.
for Radislau Delicki from Poland.
Next up, Polish lifter in the 66 kilo junior class,
For Radislau
Dybicki.
Delicki.
Oh, a little bit difficult there. Did the bar dip? He made the press.
No lift for
Well,
Radislau
two of the
Delicki.
referees saw something they didn't like, so that's a no lift.
135 kilograms.
Watching this back on the replay now.
Setting the bar ready
I
for
think his bum came off,
Ramatosa
didn't it?
Sarai, Iraq. 147.5 kilograms. The bar is loaded.
El
Radislau
Sarai
Delicki
next
has already pushed so far 135, 142.5,
in
130
the
kilograms.
74 kilo juniors.
147.5 kilograms. Reza Al Sarai, Iraq.
Oh, what happened? Okay, I think the referee is indicating to him that the maximum width grip that he is allowed is he has to cover the rings with his fingers. He's under a lot of time pressure now to get the command, start his lift, and I think he's timed out. Well, he's getting command, so maybe he got there just in time.
Yes,
He
indeed,
did.
for
You know, I think he must have got that command on half a second ago.
the same weight in the bar, 147.5 kilograms for Abbas
Wow,
Al
that was very
Sarai,
close indeed.
also from Iraq.
And that gives him, for the moment, the
147.5
bronze
kilograms.
medal on bench. Abbas Al Sarai out next. Getting a friendly slap from his coach.
Yes, the bar is loaded for Abbas Al Sarai, Iraq. 147.5 kilograms.
He's looking very
So
happy.
far for him, he has cleaned his shirt. 135, 142.5, and now going on for 147.5 kilograms.
This will move him up to silver medal. but the other lifters in his class have yet to bench. All the way to the touch, driving it home. I think he's done it. 2-1. A good lift and silver medal position for the moment.
Coming up next, David Hornick from the Czech Republic. He failed 145 on his first attempt. Now going for
But here's Hornick from Czechia, big raw bencher,
145 on his second attempt.
to
Bronze medal
reply and move himself up to silver.
the Czech Republic.
No one is touching Sitnik on the bench. He's way ahead. So this is the battle for the silver medal. Ooh. He came offline a little bit there. The weight got behind him. You could see it started to roll over his right wrist, and he couldn't manage to bring that back.
David Hornick from the Czech Republic for 150 kilograms.
There it goes.
150 on the bar. The
Just
bar
a little bit too heavy.
was Dmitry Svatov, Ukraine. He failed 150 on his second attempt.
So that leaves Horner in bronze medal position for the moment. But here comes Savikov, and this will move him up to silver and knock Horner out of the medals completely. He tried this for his second attempt, didn't make it. Can he do it this time? Oh, yes, he can, I think. 2-1. Good lift. You got one blue card for lockout, or possibly downward movement. So that moved him up to silver medal position and knocked Hornick out of the medals.
172.5 kilograms on the bar.
Yeah, it may have looked to one side referees the bar dip, but the whole bar needs to dip for it to be a failure. So that's why he got the blue card from one side, but not the others. Hubert from Poland next. This will move him up from silver to gold in bench. Strong drive. Yep, all the way to lockout. Good lift. Okay, so that is the silver medal for the moment. Oh, it's the gold medal in bench for the moment. However, Yurchenko is coming out to respond and to take that back. Coming out for the same weight, but he is significantly lighter in class. He's barely made it into the class, actually, 67.75. The class below is 66. But there were two Russians in the 66 kilo class, so I think this is a 66 kilo lifter, really, who is lifting out of his class and lifting out of his skin as well. Some huge lifts. And he's fought it to a standstill and it just won't go. You know, I think he squeezed every possible kilo he could out of his bench today. He got 170, 172 and a half. As much as he fought it, couldn't quite drive it home. So that leaves him with 170 as his best lift, silver medal in bench, and sitting currently first place overall. Here comes Sitnik. Another lifter coming out for 172.5. He already has the gold medal on bench. He already has the gold medal on squat. This is placing him very well to go into the final part of the competition. Very nice, under control. Very nice press indeed. That is a well-deserved gold medal for Ilyas Sitnik.
117.5 kilograms for Ilya Sitnik, Ukraine. Going up to
Looking ahead in that class, in the sub-junior 74 kilo class, there's 10 kilos spread over the top three lifters, so we are going to see some interesting battles in the deadlift. Richter next. This matches the world record. You have to think he should have put another half a kilo on it. His benching has looked so strong. You can see they've adjusted that shirt. It's jacked right down, giving him the absolute maximum pop off the chest. However, that makes it resist the bar coming down even more. So he has to, the trick is to find the adjustment, the way you can both get the bar to the chest and press it home. 212 kilos on the bar for a 66 kilo junior lifter. And here it goes, here it goes. Can he lock his right arm? He cannot. That was a spirited attempt. Not quite there today.
of Ilya Hunter to broke the world record for his second attempt, 212.5
I
kilograms.
think that was just a case of
Further,
not
218
quite being strong enough on the day.
kilograms on the bar.
However, last bench of this session. We've already seen a junior world record from this lifter. He's pushing it on to 218.
Holding the gold medal and the world record at 66 kilograms weight class, division juniors.
218 kilos on the bar
218 kilograms on the bar.
to push on his own junior world record in the bench press. Absolutely phenomenal arch. Settling himself into position. His bum will come down as he takes the bar. There we go. Wow. That was an easy, easy press. 3 white lights and a new world record, the second one on bench press. He's got such a high arch there. Presses it out. And that's the second world record of the day for Marichev. He's going to be absolutely uncatchable in the overall competition now. So we're going to take a 20-minute break. And when we come back, we will be deciding the World Championship titles. Join us then. Hello and welcome back to the combined sub-junior, junior and masters equipped world championships. Coming to you today from Romania. We've had thrills and spills in the 66 kilo and 74 kilo classes today. We've had world records and lifters unfortunately failing to make a bench. So we have some quite close competition coming up in the 74 kilo class. The lifters are currently separated by only about 10 kilos. So I think we're going to see some exciting changes and last minute deadlift changes and pulling for the win. All to play for in the 74 kilo class, but I think in the 66s, Marichev is so far out ahead. Took the world record twice in bench press. And I wonder if he's lining up a run at the total world record as well. First up, we have David Honik from Czechia. He is coming out for an opening deadlift of 160 kilos.
David Hornick, he comes from the Czech Republic, and we're setting 160
Waiting to be
kilograms.
called to the bar.
The bar is loaded for David Hornick, Czech Republic.
And we are off. The bar has hit the floor. This is where the party starts. Lovely opening attempt there.
We have a good hit for David Hornick from the Czech Republic.
Very comfortable indeed.
180 kilograms for Rosmak Kozma.
Rosmat Koza from Kazakhstan. The two other lifters in his class failed to make a bench press. Therefore, as long as he can pull a deadlift, he will be the world champion.
The bar is loaded.
16 years old.
From Kazakhstan. 108 kilograms.
Here he comes. Very wide sumo stance. Looks very easy. 3 white lights and the world title for Rosmat Koza Tursunbayev.
The bar is loaded.
We should be having Andrei Iacobescu out next. With 190 on the bar. 3 white lights for him. He's looking pretty fed up. He can take a medal in the deadlift, but he can't make a total overall. He took the silver on squat, but he must be feeling pretty disappointed today. Here's Sitnik.
The bar is loaded for Ilya Sitnik, Ukraine.
Took the gold in squat, took the gold in bench press. He's going to have to work hard to stay ahead of the other lifters in this class, but that looked very easy.
We have a good hit from Ukraine, Ilya Sitnik. 102.5 kilograms, setting right now at 210 kilograms.
Dubicki next for 210.
The bar is loaded for Radosław Debicki from Poland. Radosław Debicki, Poland. 210 kilograms.
Very comfortable opening attempt there.
Good lift for Poland's Radoslaw, 210 kilograms on the bar for
That puts him in gold medal position in the deadlift. Unfortunately, won't be able to make a total today. Here comes Zaid.
The bar is loading for Zaid Al-Mutaimi, 210 kilograms, straight from Iraq to Romania.
Very easy. Very nice indeed. That pops him up to...
Good lift for Zaid
he got a
Al-Mutaimi.
red light from the centre referee
Second bar
for
is
lockout.
217.5 kilograms.
Sometimes with the sumo deadlift, when you lean back that far, it can unlock the knees. I didn't see it from that angle, but obviously that's not the angle the centre referee was looking at it from. Here we have Sivakov, 217.5. Silver medal on squat, silver medal on bench press.
270.5 kilograms for
It's going to be a real battle for second and third here, and possibly, depending on how this goes, maybe able to challenge for first. However, for the moment, this will put him in gold medal position in deadlift. Very narrow grip there. I think his hands are largely on the smooth part of the bar, but he had a hook grip and he held onto the bar, no problem.
good lift for Ukraine's Dmytro Sivakov. Setting the bar now at 230 kilograms for Alexei
Great
Richter.
lift there for Sivakov. Putting him in second silver medal position overall at the moment. Alexei Richter next. These are the junior 66 kilo lifters.
The bar is loading for Alexei Richter.
220 kilos. Lovely.
We have a good lift for Alexei Richter, Russia. 220
No issues
kilograms
at all there.
on the bar now for
Abbas from
Abbas
Iraq
Abbas,
coming out next.
Iraq. 225 kilograms.
He has the bronze medal on squat. He has the bronze medal on bench. This will put him in gold medal position in the deadlift.
Abbas Al-Sarai. Champion, he is Abbas
Has a lot of support in the crowd today. Settles in, pulls strongly. Wasn't super fast, but it was certainly in no doubt.
A good lift for Iraq. Abbas Al-Sarai.
And that puts him in
Kilograms on the bar now
gold medal position for the deadlift
for
and
Vladimir
bronze medal position overall.
is coming from Russia.
But he's only 5 kilos behind second place and only 12 kilos behind first place. I think there's still everything to play for in the 74s. But first, Vladislav from Russia
Vladislav Yushchenko.
in the 74 kilo junior class, opening his account with 240 kilos. A little bit over 500 pounds. Yes, very nice.
And we have a good lift for Yushchenko, Russia. 240 kilograms. Good lift.
The next lifter in the same class, Hubert from Poland. Took the bronze on the squat, took the gold medal on the bench. Oh, dear me. I think he just lost his balance a little bit there. We can watch that back on the replay. Bar was he was very, very fast off the floor. And I think he almost caught himself by surprise by how quick it was. And the weight came forward a little bit and he couldn't bring it back. So, third lifter in the same class, 74s. Al Sarai. Coming out for a massive 270 kilos. It says here his deadlift PB is 250. It's unusual to come out for a 20 kilo PB on your opener. And yet here he is. So the gold medal on the squat. Bronze on bench. This will put him into the gold medal position on deadlift. Here it goes. It's not easy, but moving a weight that big never will be. Happy with that. So that puts him in gold medal position. Yeah. Yeah, so he's, because the Polish lifter has yet to put in a lift, he is sitting in gold medal position. But here we have the very impressive Russian lifter, Marichev. He took the world record, he broke the world record twice on bench. This is only his second attempt on deadlift. Here we go, world record attempt. This is not yet the world record deadlift, although I think he'll have a go at that next. This is the world junior total record. Oh, what a shame. The pull was so easy. The pull was just so easy. It went up and his grip went. It's so hard to, as soon as your grip starts to go, the body gives up. You can't produce any force at all once your grip goes. So, let's see if he can make that on his next attempt. As we go into the second round. Of course, that was his opener, wasn't it? I said it was his second attempt. It was his opening deadlift. So he's got a couple more goes at that. So as we go into the second round, here we have Hornick coming out for 172.5. His opener looked very comfortable. And so did his second. Rosmat Koza cannot be challenged for the world title now, absolutely assured of being world champion. Lovely second attempt there. Sitnik next. in the sub-junior 74s. Currently in bronze medal position in deadlift. First place overall. But he's going to have to defend hard against the other Ukrainian lifter in the class, Sivakov. So this is a 10 kilo increase from his opener. Here we go. Nice. Pushes out his lead a bit further. However, he's going to have a nail-biting few minutes. Jakubescu next for 205 kilos. This will move him up from bronze to silver in the deadlift medals. Oh, did the bar dip? Did he lose his balance slightly? What do the referees think? Yes, the bar did dip. That's so unfortunate. Just as he got it to lock out. Yeah, you see it just went down a little bit there. Zaid from Iraq next for 217.5.
The bar is loaded for Zaid Al-Buraidi, 217.5 kilograms.
I think he's fairly well assured of the deadlift gold. Also took the squat gold. Unfortunately, did not make a bench. 3 white lights.
Al-Buraidi, make it look easy. 222.5 kilograms in bar now.
Dybicki from Poland.
From Poland is trying out 222.5 kilograms.
This will temporarily move him up to gold medal position in deadlift. Of course, Marichev did not make a deadlift on his first attempt. However, I'm certain he will do so on his second. Here we go. Oh, it's some work. But a good lift. I think the bar just rolled a little bit away from him as he started to pull. Richter next, 235, to retake the gold medal position for the moment. Opened at 220, went up to 235. Oh, dear me. Grip certainly seems to be an issue here. Such a shame because he'd almost finished the lift. He was about to get the down command. And his grip went. It was hook grip as well. Abbas Al Sarai from Iraq coming out for 235. 10 kilo increase on his opener. In gold medal position on deadlift. This will extend that, but this will move him up to silver in the overall. Pulls away. It was not quite there. I wonder if he's a little bit uneven. He seemed to come up faster on the right-hand side than the left. The left-hand side of the bar just seemed to be a little bit stuck to the floor. I wonder if that's just a small technique error that he can fix for his third pull. So here we go. This is Sivakov for 237.5. This will move him up to gold medal position in deadlift and world championship position overall. Can he do it? This is 20 kilos up from his opener. It's 5 kilos up from his current best. Locks in that hook grip. And it's tough. Oh, I don't know if he managed to lock that out. What did the referees say? Yes, it's a good lift. Deadlift gold, and he is leading the pack now. Wow, I don't know how much more he's got, though. I don't know how much more he's got to respond to Sitnik. But we will have to wait and see. So, Konchak from Poland. He missed this weight on his opener. This will move him up to silver medal position on deadlift. Certainly the weight was very easy for him. There we go, 3 white lights, he's on the board. However, here comes Yashchenko, responding with 252.5 to take back the deadlift silver medal position. Platform crew making sure the bar is free of any dust and debris. Gives the lifter the best chance of holding onto the bar. I think this moves him not only back up into silver medal position, but first place overall, but I don't think he can do it. Oh, you can't say he didn't try. Just couldn't manage it though. Came up off the floor very well, but then I think the weight just swung about in front of him and he couldn't quite get his hips through and lock it out. Which leaves Al Sarai in the gold medal position in bench and the overall for the moment, with 1 round of deadlift still to go. Here he comes for 280. He's already put 20 kilos on his personal best. Seems to have quite a lot to say to his coach before he comes out. Some lifters are silent pacers, some are chatters. Here he comes. 280 to extend his lead. He's currently under pressure from the Russian lifter. He's going to want to push out as far as he can in front. No cigar. Well, not sure if he just didn't quite get his start position right or it was just too heavy. Now then, Marichev missed this on his first. Grip went. If he can get it this time, this is the world junior record for the total, not for the deadlift, for the total. Here we go. All the way up. And that'll look very easy. So there he is, absolutely assured now of the World Championship title. 2 world records in bench. He's got the world total record. And he's got an attempt left. I hope he goes for the deadlift record as well. So here are the standings as we go into the third and final round of deadlift. There's still a huge battle raging in the 74 kilos sub-junior class. And also the 74 kilo junior class is contested for all 3 podium places. So I think we're going to see some strategy here, some deadlift attempts, some changes. Everything to play for. Marichev is such a long way out in the 66 kilo juniors that I don't think it's feasible to catch him. So first up we have David Hornik from Czechia, 185 on the bar. Struggling with it, but he's sticking with it. No, couldn't get it past the knees. Looked like he got it moving there, but it just ground to a halt.
The bar is loaded 200 kilograms. To manage to lift 180 and 190 plus 10 kilos and goes for 200.
Okay, here comes the young lifter from Kazakhstan. He has had a great day. And he might not have been able to get that moving, but he is going home world champion.
That's the game open for the silver medal. 205 kilograms stepping up to the bar now for Andrei Yakubescu.
Yakubescu next.
He managed 190.
205.
Now the bar is loaded with 205 kilograms.
For the second time of asking.
He will get a silver medal if he does it.
This moves him up from bronze to silver in the deadlift. Two to one, good lift, silver medal.
Moving up 210 kilograms on the bar for Ilya Sitnik from Ukraine.
Sitnik next. Coming out for 210 kilos. This will move him up to overall gold medal position. This is pulling for the World Championship. Can he do it? This is above his current personal best. Locks in his grip, starts to pull, and he's got it. 3 white lights, and he is sitting in the gold medal position overall. So we need to see what Sivakov will respond with. Nervous few minutes for that young man. First, he's Zaid in the sub-junior 66 kilo class, coming out for 225. He has the deadlift gold. Can't be challenged for that now. Oh dear, small mistake at the bottom there. I think the bar is already dipped. He's had a disappointing day in that he can't make a total, but he got the squat gold and the deadlift gold, which will be some consolation, I'm sure. 230 next for Debicki to push up to the silver medal in deadlift. He can't catch Richter in the overall competition, but he's going to have a go at taking the silver in deadlift. And I think that's just stuck to the floor today. It was a brave effort. It was a good 12.5 kilos above his personal best.
Setting the bar now at 235 kilograms for Alexei Richter. The Great
Here
Britain
comes
is
Richter.
in the silver medalist, closing on the third place. He didn't succeed 235 on his second attempt. Now the bar is loaded
235.
for Richter, Russia, in his
This
attempt to
moves him up to
secure
silver.
silver medal. Alexei Richter, 235 kilograms.
Moves him up to silver in deadlift. He has the silver medal in the overall competition. No chance of catching Merichev. You can see how difficult it is for him to lean down and move the bar. He's just asking the platform crew to help him out a little bit. At this point in the competition, so many lifters have shed talc as well as chalk. It makes grip quite difficult. He needs to get on with it though. He's got 10 seconds left.
Medalist for Russia, Richter.
Just never quite
Silver, catching on the third
got
place.
into that lift.
The bronze medal to
Nevertheless,
Alexei
he has the
Richter.
best of 220
The
and
bronze
the
to
silver medal overall.
Ilka Marichev from Russia.
Abbas El Sarai
For
next
300 kilograms. The bar is loaded.
in the
This
74
is
kilo class. So
Paul Roger.
this will move him up from silver to gold in the deadlift.
Abbas
He looks like he's enjoying his competition.
Al-Sarai. 200
Can't
kilograms.
quite manage to catch the leading two. But, oh, did he go before the command?
Taking away from the bar is Yuri.
Yes, he did.
235.
He looked a bit shocked, like he didn't know what happened, but it seemed clearly to me that he
235 kilograms.
put it down before the command and then looked
Coming up to 145
like he
kilograms
didn't know what had gone on.
on the bar.
That's a real shame.
For Dmitro Sivakov, Ukraine.
Still, he has the silver on the deadlift, bronze medal overall. But now, here comes Sivakov from Ukraine. 74 kilo sub-junior class. 245 kilos on the bar.
245 kilograms. The bar is loaded.
This is a pull for the world title. He has the deadlift gold.
Sivakov, Ukraine.
He's in silver medal position overall.
Medal.
This will give him the gold medal. This will give him the world championship title. Huge amount of pressure on this pull. And he certainly pulled it. Did he lock it out? What do the referees think?
There is a blue
3
flag
white
for
lights,
another
gold medal in deadlift, and the world title for Dmitry Sivakov. Absolutely phenomenal.
setting the bar now at
Brilliant lifting there.
235 kilograms for
Right on the edge.
from Russia. He failed in the second attempt in the same weight, 260
Into the 74 kilo junior class now. We have Yushenko
Vladislav Yushchenko from
looking
Russia.
for 252.5 kilos for the second time of asking.
The fight is still open at the 74 kilograms championship.
This will move him up from... Where will it move him up from? This will push his deadlift medal up to silver
For Vladislav
and put him
Yushchenko.
in the overall gold medal spot. He's the first man to pull out of the 3 people in this class. So everything's on the line here. But first he needs to make this, get into the gold medal spot and see what everyone else can do. He can't control what they do, but he needs to pull this first. And it's going! Can he lock it out? Oh, he's got the down command, but I'm not sure. 2-1. It's a good lift. It's a good lift. He's absolutely delighted. He's in gold medal position, and now he's going to have to chew his nails for a few minutes to watch the other lifters come out. It was a real fight. I thought it had stalled. He carried on pulling. He stayed patient, and he got it through.
260 kilograms on the bar.
Brilliant. Okay, so here comes Hubert Konchak from Poland. Look at that leaping into his coach's arms. Fantastic. So, this is 260. Hubert cannot catch the other two now for the overall, but he can move up to deadlift silver. Oh, and it was it was a battle. 3 white lights. And it was a battle worth having. Silver medal on deadlift for him.
That picture number 2 ensures his silver medal on the weight class 74 kilograms.
So, the situation we have here now is that Al Sarai is currently on the same total as the Russian lifter, but he's significantly heavier on body weight, so he needs to pull more. Really, he needs 2.5 kilos more, but he attempted 280 for his second, so he can't go down. He can't attempt any less than that. So this is 280 kilos. He has the deadlift gold. He's in silver medal position overall. He's now pulling for the world title. Huge amount of support for these Iraqi lifters. I think they brought quite a big team with them this week. Everything on the line. Oh, and he just couldn't get it moving. Just too heavy. It would have been a 30 kilo PB for him, which is a big ask. But you know, he's placed second. I think it was his first World Championship, and he's going away with the overall silver medal.
300 kilograms on the bar for Ilya Malichev, trying to set
And now we have,
a world record at
what
deadlift.
do we have? This is the world record deadlift. This will push up the total record for the juniors and also take the total record in the open class. Absolutely phenomenal. Wow, okay, so 300 kilos on the bar. So many records, I can't even tell you. There's the junior deadlift world record, there's the junior total world record, and the open world record for a junior lifter. Can he do it? Oh, so very close. That was an absolutely brilliant attempt. He'll have to be happy going home with all the gold medals, 2 bench press world records, a total world record, and the world title. It's been some absolutely brilliant lifting. I've really enjoyed this session. It's been so exciting through the deadlifts. Please do stick around for the medal ceremony coming up in just a few minutes. And we will be back this afternoon for the men's M2s.
lifters. Congratulations to you all. It was an hell of a competition. A great championship, great athletes from all across the world. And waiting now for their medals. First off, Mr. Gaston Balaj is going to award Mr. Giorgio Moise from Romania his second category exam. Congratulations to Mr. Giorgio Moise. Now you are a second degree referee. Moving on to the medal ceremony. First, a participation medal to all of our lifters. Referees Giorgio Moiso and Gaston Parard are the ones awarding the medals. Here we go, starting with squats, 66 kilograms sub-juniors. On the third place, Rozvatkowska Tursimbayev from Kazakhstan. The bronze medal. The silver medal for squats goes to Romania, Andrei Iacobescu. The gold goes to Iraq, Zaid Al-Mutayi. Thank you very much. Moving on. 66 kilograms sub-juniors bench press. The gold goes to Kazakhstan, Rozvatkowska Tursimbayev. Thank you very much. Moving on. For deadlift, the third place is occupied by Kazakhstan, Rozvatkowska Tursimbayev. The silver goes to Romania, Andrei Iacobescu. The gold medal goes to Iraq, Zaid Al-Mutayi. Thank you kindly. Moving on. For total, the gold goes to Rozvatkowska Tursimbayev, Kazakhstan. Now please rise for the national anthem of Kazakhstan. Congratulations, Kazakhstan, and congratulations to Zimbabwe, Rosmatkosa. Moving on to 74 kg sub-juniors squats. The third place goes to Iraq Abbas Al-Sarai. The silver goes in Ukraine, Dmitro Sivakov. And the gold medal goes to Ilya Sitnik from Ukraine. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Moving on. The bench press for 74 kg sub-juniors. The third place goes to Al-Sarai Abbas, Iraq. The silver goes in Ukraine, Dmitro Sivakov. The first place and gold medal goes in Ukraine, Ilya Sitnik. Great results. Thank you very much. Up next, deadlift. The third place goes to Ilya Sitnik, Ukraine. Number 2 is Abbas Al-Sarai, Iraq. And the gold goes to Dmitro Sivakov, Ukraine. Thank you very much. And for the totals, the third place goes to Iraq, Abbas Al-Sarai. Ukraine goes on the second place with Ilya Sitnik. And the gold medal goes to Ukraine, Dmitro Sivakov. Please raise for the national anthem of Ukraine. Congratulations, Ukraine. Congratulations, Dmitro Sivakov. Moving on, 66 kg juniors squats. The third place goes in Poland, Radoslaw Dewicki. The silver medal goes in Russia, Alexei Richter. And the gold medal and some records, world records, go to Russia, Ilya Malichev. Great results for Ilya Malichev, Russia. Thank you very much. Moving on to bench press. The third place goes to Poland, Radoslaw Dewicki. Alexei Richter. And once again, on the highest step from Russia, Ilya Manichev, gold. Thank you very much. And going to deadlift, the third place goes in Russia, Alexei Richter. The silver goes for Poland, Radoslaw Debichny. And once again, the golden medal goes to Ilya Manichev from Russia. Thank you kindly. And now for the totals. The third medal goes to Radoslaw Debichny, Poland. The silver goes to Russia, Alexei Richter. And the world record and gold medal for totals goes to Ilya Manichev, Russia. Please rise for the national anthem of Russia. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Russia. Great results to Ilya Manichev. Moving on to squats, 74 kilograms juniors. The third place goes to Hubert Koczak, Poland. Silver for Russia, Vladislav Yushchenko. And the gold medal goes to Iraq, Reza Al-Sarai. Thank you very much. Moving on to bench press. The third place goes to Iraq, Reza Al-Sarai. Russia takes home the silver, Vladislav Yushchenko. And the gold medal goes in Poland, Hubert Koczak. Thank you very much. Moving on to deadlift. The bronze goes in Russia, Vladislav Yushchenko. Silver heads for Poland, Hubert Koczak. And the golden medal to Iraq, Reza Al-Sarai. Yushchenko. Let us rise for the national anthem of Russia. Congratulations, Russia. Congratulations, Vladislav Yushchenko. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all of our athletes. This was the medal ceremony.